Hi everybody, this is Patrick from Master on the Store Knife Shop, and today we're coming to you with a special little series collection that we're going to do. Boker brought out a series of knives from World War II. They did a whole bunch of different knives, and I'm going to cover each one separately, but take a look at these pretty pieces right here. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is all part of a collection series. You can get one, you can get many. They're all numbered, they're all limited edition. What's really amazing about these knives is all the blades are Damascus. All the blades were done by Chad Nichols, one of the best Damascus builders in the United States. They hired him to design all these. And the Damascus even goes along with the style of what that knife was supposed to be for, and I'll get into that in just a second. So let's start with probably the most popular and the first release. That is the M4 Sherman tank. That's this beast right here. So take a look at that piece right there. Some of the things about this that they specialized in for that particular knife. The shape of this, basically M4 tank shape. This is the gear sprocket from M4 Sherman tank. That's what that shape is. You can see the Damascus on here by Chad Nichols. It's phenomenal. All right, that's supposed to be tank tread markings as it rolled along and left that in the ground. So that's where he got that design from. It's really, really smartly built. The other side has got a regular frame lock. Really nice piece. They did a good job putting together. Now, this is a collector's piece, but if you're the kind of person that likes to use it, this is usable steel. So I had a guy that came in probably 2 weeks ago to the Mass Store Knife Shop, and we sharpen knives for free. That's our fun thing to do. People are shocked, but we do it, and we love doing it. And he came in and pulled this knife out, and he said, "Hey, you guys sharpen knives for free?" And I said, "Sure." And he handed me this knife, and it was beat to crap, which has shocked me because this is pretty much a numbered series collector's edition, but it was so well worked, like any blue collar worker's knife would be. And he said, "Well, my wife gave me this for Christmas. I'm using it every day." And believe it or not, this blade holds up great and cuts great. So even though this steel on this blade is from World War II, it still holds the edge and still holds in tough work. So that's a good story. Trust me when I tell you, I was shocked when someone brought this knife in, beat up like it's their blue collar work knife, and they love it that way. They don't care that it's a collector's piece. Their wife gave it to them for Christmas, and they use it. So really cool. Just tells you a lot about the quality of the knife they build, and the steel they're using for these is still usable steel. Even if you're not a collector, you love the knife, you're into World War II, you can still take this and carry it every day and use it if that's your thing. So let's take a look at the next piece. Kind of cool. This is an ode to the guys in the Air Force in World War II. I'm an ex-Air Force guy, so this is near and dear to my heart. This is a P-51 Mustang. This right here, this is Damascus, as done by Chad Nichols. You can see that beautiful Damascus pattern there. Man, that's gorgeous. Now this opening here for the thumb hole, that's the cowl of the aircraft where the pilot would sit. That's what he would look out of. Of course, the Air Force star. This is the Air Force skin on the P-51 that matches that patterning. Really beautiful design. I really love this. Has a frame like the rest. Really nicely done. A flipper on the backside. Again, easy open. Really sweet piece for the U.S. Air Force. P-51 was probably the most #1 battle-driven aircraft during that time, World War II, for air-to-air combat. So we're going to go with the counterpart now. They also put out the ME-109 Messerschmitt. That is one badass looking knife right there. This is the guys who used to fight the P-51 in combat. A couple design features here. You'll notice the cockpit there. This is also the gun turrets. That's what that groove is for, to match up the gun turrets. The color here is the color patterning of the Messerschmitt aircraft. It was black, green, and yellow. And so that was cool. It is a frame lock. You notice the patterning on this is similar to the P-51. Again, Chad Nichols did a great job in all these designs. It's really cool. Frame lock to close. This actually is supposed to be a landing gear wheel right there. So that's kind of cool. They put that in there as your treads. Pop out for this one. It's not as smooth in this area. You just have to really fling your wrist. I'll give it a good twist like that. This particular one does not. I think it's got washers in here. I know it has washers in here instead of the ball bearings, and you can tell the difference. So just something to consider. Mostly this is a collector's piece. You won't be spending a lot of time opening and closing it, but it is a gorgeous piece. The handle is made from carbon fiber, and this was put out by Fat Carbon, who's a manufacturer of really unusual looks. And this style is actually called Toxic Storm, but Boker really loved that from Fat Carbon, and they made that into the handle. Really beautiful piece there. Again, these guys used to fight in combat. Messerschmitt against the P-51. Pretty cool. They dropped down for some really small pieces, and these are both Barlows. So let's take a look at this. Is the M4 Sherman Barlow. You'll notice it has the same patterning on that Damascus for the M4 tank tread. The handle on this is going to be micarta with a stainless bolster. It is a slip joint, so it's got a half stop and then close down. Opening is with the nail nick right there, and locks in place pretty nice. It's just a slip joint, so there's no back lock on it, but it's really tight. It's pretty nice, pretty lightweight. I don't think you're going to find that carrying this in your pocket will be something simple. I would actually carry this for an everyday carry, even though it is a collector's piece, because I do like things that are lightweight and usable. And this is really nice. The difference in these two, this is the German counterpart. This is the Leopard tank. And what he did, which is kind of cool, get up and look at that Damascus right there. That's called Leopard Damascus because it is spotting just like a Leopard spots. So he did that. That was kind of cool, an ode to the Leopard tank. The front end of this bolster is micarta, and the back end is ironwood. This gives it a super light. I don't want to say it's half the weight, but it's definitely way lighter than this. We show these to customers in our knife shop. They're blown away. We've sold this more than any other of these series because people just, it's so nice. It's so lightweight. So really, really cool when it comes to this stuff. You can't go wrong. We're going to carry this until they run out. I know it's a limited series. So far, we've been able to get it. We keep 1 or 2 in the shop at all times, all different sizes. What I like is they're ode to the people who served in World War II, men and women, people on the ground, people in the sky. They kind of did in honor of those people. They did this series. Hats off to Boker for doing that. I am a retired military guy, and I can tell you, it feels good to have people remember us for the time we served. Well, that's it for today. Now, these come in at a varying price, so in case you're wondering about that, the price will vary anywhere from about $429 all the way up to $539, right in that same area. They're all going to be right in there. So feel free to go ahead and check out the specs down below. All the specs and pricing, especially if you want to look at the weights, the lengths, and all that kind of cool stuff. That will be in the description down below. Also, the prices for purchasing each one. That will be helpful to have that for you too. That's it for now. Checking out this really cool series from Boker, World War II. Hope you liked this information. I hope it was helpful and fun. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you liked it. And be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any more of our content. We're dropping stuff all the time. You don't know what you're going to get. It's always a lot of fun. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.